Hey guys, Earphoneus Fanaticus here. This time I'm back with yet another cool earphone from a brand I've never showcased before. This is the Empire Ears Valkyrie MKII, an earphone with one dynamic driver, one balanced armature driver, and one electrostatic driver, for a total of 3 drivers on each channel. This earphone is very expensive at around $1,670 but I was able to haggle a little and bring it down to $1,500, which honestly is still expensive as hell. But unlike what I typically do when it comes to buying earphones, this time I actually sat down and auditioned this along with many other earphones for hours, some even fetching up to $3,000, and yet I still landed on this. See, I could have spent twice as much, but I didn't. Honestly though, this hobby doesn't really have to cost this much, but I prefer getting something that I truly enjoy and will be happy to own for at least 5 years. And if I have to spend some pretty penny to do so, well, so be it. Now, despite the high price tag, the box doesn't really look all that special. You would think it should look more elegant or decorated. It also doesn't offer much in the way of product description, though some might prefer how clean the exterior design or the lack of design is. It opens from the side, and the first thing we see is this package. There's a quick start guide, and opening it reveals the Empire Ears sticker. The quick start guide has instructions on how to wear and take care of the earphone. Nothing too crazy. Here's the sticker again. It's silver, reflective, and quite big. You can stick this on your t-shirt and show the world how much of an earphone nerd you are. Going back to the box, look at the earphone. Hopefully that little glimpse right there is enough to get you excited. There's a thank you card on the bottom left. It doesn't serve much purpose really. So let's put it away and get a closer look of the earphone. This is again the Empire Ears Valkyrie MKII. The cable it comes with is the 26AWG Alpha Hybrid Mark IV by Effect Audio. You can say this is some sort of collab. Interestingly though, the other models in Effect Audio's range are usually paired with the Alpha Mark IV instead, which only uses copper, while this hybrid version is half copper and half silver. Silver is quite a bit more expensive than copper, but it's only marginally better in terms of AC resistance, so I would have been happy if they gave me the Alpha Mark IV and dropped the price a bit. Or they could have kept the same price tag but give me an all-silver cable. Oh well. We'll look at the earphone closer later. For now, let's check out the accessories which are stored in a drawer underneath the earphone. Here's the carrying case. It looks like the one I got with the Ultimate Ears reference remastered, but this one is actually full metal, and so it feels a good bit heavier. To open it, you just have to unscrew the lid. Inside the case is an Empire Ears branded cloth. I actually don't like cases with a screwed on lid because they are slower to open and clumsier to use. Next to the case, we can also find a fancy metal holder for the eartips. Notice the Empire Ears logo on the top, as well as the Final logo. Yes, Final, from Japan. These tips are the brand's Edge Style Series Type E eartips, which I already own and is tested for compatibility and sound matching in my IEM reviews, so these are not new to me. However, the ones I have are brown, while these are black. I wonder why Empire Ears doesn't just plagiarize these tips, just copy the design. That way they save a tiny bit of money and lose all of their credibility. I mean, isn't that the trend these days? There are 2 protrusions that hold a tip in place, and taking the tip out is actually fairly easy, though at first it takes a bit of practice. Underneath the holder, we can also find a manual for the eartips. You would think it's boring to read, but what caught my eye is this frequency response curve. It talks about how by wearing the earphone deeper, bass response can be lifted while high frequencies are attenuated, which can make the overall presentation more pleasant, supposedly. We'll check this out in detail in my upcoming review of this earphone. Finally, there's a generic cleaning tool. Alright, let's finally check out the earphone. The Valkyrie MKII is an absolutely beautiful earphone. The faceplate design is what Empire Ears called the dragon hide, which mimics, well, dragon hide. Regardless of what they're trying to imitate, I can only say that I really like this green and blue colorway. I also like the gold Empire Ears logo. The housing is based on custom-like fit, so you can expect isolation to be pretty damn good. The cable looks kinda whack to me, I just don't like that two-tone look. It terminates with a straight-angle 2.5mm jack, and since this is the only cable included, they really expect you to pair this IEM with a balanced source. It also doesn't come with any converter, even though Effect Audio definitely sells those. Would be a nice touch to include one here. The wire split is champagne gold and has the Empire Ears logo on both sides. Looks good. Alright, so I think that should do it for this unboxing video. This is a huge step up in terms of price compared to other IEMs I've reviewed before, and just from the design of the faceplate, the inclusion of a custom balance cable, as well as the tribrid driver design, you can already tell this is no ordinary earphone. There are also other interesting facts regarding the physical design that I don't have time to cover here, but I will be sure to mention them all in my detailed review. So definitely subscribe so that you can be notified whenever my review comes. Trust me, just from first audition alone, I've already found so many cool things that I want to talk about. But otherwise, thank you for watching this video. You shall see me in the hopefully not too distant future. Bye bye.